Good evening. Good evening. Good evening for those of you that are joining and tuning in, the ones that come back for the replay. Good evening. Listen, the weather's been a little iffy this evening, but I still wanted to come by and give you a brief nugget for this Wisdom Wednesday. Good evening to those of you that may be tuning in for the first time or some of my faithful watchers. Good evening. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for the support. Feel free to tag, share, and invite someone. If you're on YouTube, good evening to you. If you're looking and joining in or tuning in from any of my other Facebook groups or pages, good evening. I would not be before you long, but I want to talk about something. And it's been very ironic to say that why tonight is titled Hold Your Peace. It's entitled Hold Your Peace for a specific reason. Welcome to those of you who are tuning in again. If I don't get a chance to greet you, just know I appreciate you tuning in. If I don't get a chance to, I try not to focus on the comments that may come while I'm on live because sometimes it can be a distraction and it kind of get me off course. And I want to stay focused. But I encourage you in this season, in the seasons to come, to hold your peace. When the enemy, the word says the enemy comes to kill, steal, and destroy, he wants to kill your purpose. He wants to steal your peace. He wants to destroy your peace. He wants to distract and do any and everything that he can do in order to keep you from getting where you're supposed to be going. And oftentimes, once your peace is disturbed, everything else is disturbed. We got to realize what the enemy's tactics are. And we have to always stay not only prayed up, but we got to remain prepared, right? Because storms are coming, storms are here. There'll be more and more. They're not going anywhere. And I'm not talking about the weather storms, I'm talking about the storms of life. I'm talking about the valleys that some of us may be in. I'm talking about the seeming to be, and this term has been used a lot in this season, in the wilderness, right? The wilderness is not a bad thing. The wilderness actually produces things in you and pulls things out of you. You will know how strong you are. You will know where you are in your faith. You will know and understand what actually you need to be doing so you can get stronger in your faith, so that you can obtain more strength, so you can understand what is going on when you're in the wilderness. Even when Jesus was in the wilderness, if you notice, that's where the enemy tried to strike. And he came with all sorts of tactics so that Jesus could turn away from the living God, that he can turn away from the word that he knew. He came to him at a weakened state. He was weak. That's just like when we fast. We may be weak in our bodies, but our spirit man should be increased. But the enemy will come. But you got to hold your peace. You got to refrain from being destructive. You got to refrain from being retaliatory. Because sometimes things happen in life and you want to retaliate. You want to go knock somebody upside the head. You want to go do things that you know that one emotional outburst can destroy everything that God has planned for you. One emotional angry response can tear up some things that God has for your life, right? And oftentimes our mouth can be very potent. People going to do things, they're going to lie, they're going to do stuff. That stuff is going to happen. But how we respond is important. There have been quite a few people in the last few days that I've had to either pray for, counsel with, or coach or whatever the thing may be, because all hell is breaking loose in their life. Not saying mine is all together, and I don't have storms going on myself, but I choose peace. I choose peace over pain. I choose peace over pressure. I choose peace over chaos. I choose peace over pride. I choose peace over trying to get my point across, trying to retaliate when you know folks and different things have done you wrong or try to come upon you or whatever the case may be, things that have been done. And sometimes, a lot of times, you may be in the right, but it's the peace of God. Let me tell you something. Let me tell you, I have mastered, still a work in progress, because the old person, the old me, would have handled situations that may have come in my life over the years, of things that had been done or stuff that may have been said a totally different way. But I choose to hold my peace, because when I hold my peace, I don't destroy the things that God is trying to do. And you have to remember what the word says, that God will fight your battles. He will work it out on your behalf. Whether they doing something on your job, they doing something to you, your bills is looking funny, your money looking funny, whatever is going on. It's not just the people that are known to be, quote unquote, not, let's just say, having accepted Jesus Christ as their Lord and Savior, that are going through stuff. It's the people that are supposed to be in the kingdom-minded people, ones that say they know the Lord and this, that, and the other. And sometimes you can't expect, just because people say they save and they quote scriptures and all of that, let me tell you, the enemy know how to do that too. There's a lot of witches and a lot of wolves in sheep's clothing that speak the word and got all these different titles and smile and they do all those things. They wolves, they're wolves in sheep's clothing. Do you hear me? So you got to have discernment in this hour so that you can know to hold your peace. You got to have discernment in this hour so you can see when the enemy's trying to come to push your buttons, to see what is still in your heart, what is still in your mind. Is your faith still where it needs to be? Some individuals sometimes, listen, we mess stuff up. Let God have and do his perfect work. You just hold on to your peace. You don't give your peace, your joy, your strength, your who you are to nobody. It's been disheartening, because the enemy is trying to take people's identity, have people be in low self-esteem, take all, and they're doing it. He's doing it by using people. The devil is a liar, and the truth show ain't in him. You don't give nobody, not no part of you that they didn't give you. Take your joy back. Take your peace back. Take your strength back. Take who you are back. Don't you allow people to even think that they have that much of a stronghold over you. You can break through that. But once your peace is destroyed, then everything else starts to filter. And if the enemy can kill, he can steal and destroy it, oh, he gonna play on that. So no matter what is going on in your life, I encourage you to hold your peace. I encourage you to remember the things. Even remember, the Bible tells us that we will go, the righteous go. We go through a lot of things. And you know what? And I said this so many times. Sometimes as people, we don't want to go through nothing. We just want the benefits. Just like sometimes people don't want to work, but they want the benefits. You say you ain't got no money, but you don't want to go work. You want stuff to come free. Or you go do malicious things to try to get money, robbing and stealing and doing all those things. We got to know how to withstand the storm. We got to know how to just remain calm in situations that we know can break us. Hold your peace. Tell that devil he can't have your mind. He can't have your money. He can't have your strength. He can't have your joy. And he can't have your peace. Hold your peace. Ask God to give you the peace of him that surpasses all understanding. You don't even know why all hell breaking loose and you just peaceful all the way around you. People wondering why you like, oh my God. And some people may know what you're going through, but you walk around and at peace because you know God got your back and he's going to handle it. We can't do nothing about worrying. We can't do nothing about having to fit. We can't do nothing about jumping on folks and going trying to be. It may make you feel good at the moment, but there's some consequences. As many times people want to use their hands and their mouth on people and use their hands to fight people, if you would do more of believing God and allowing God to fight your battles and allowing God to be your mouthpiece. Because even when the enemy thinks he's won, God comes and he sends a standard on your behalf. So being quiet when people come or you hear these lies that have been said about you, whatever the case may be. And then let me tell you this other thing, lies won't stand. And the only people that believe the lies are the ones who really didn't like you anyway. Or you was a common denominator anyway. They really didn't like you. You had what they needed. You had what they wanted. They wanted you. They wanted to be you. But they really had ulterior motives. But you hold your peace. Because as long as your heart is pure and you don't have evil intentions and your motives are not wrong, God will take care of you. You don't have to respond and do and act like the individuals or the things that has tried to come and to destroy, kill, steal, and destroy your character. Even when the doctor's report come, you know, a lot of times, and believe me, I know it can be, listen, you Lord, why me? What this, that, and the other. But you, after you have your pity party, you declare his word. When that man or woman leaves you, and you've been with that one for some years, or you probably ain't, whatever the case may be, after you've had your little pity party, take your stuff back. You might got to take some material stuff back too, but I'm talking about your peace, your joy, your confidence. Listen, it may be a journey, it may take a while, but you can do it. You hold what God has given you, and don't let nobody else take it from you. It can be a fight, but fight it spiritually. And this hour, we need to hold on to everything that God has given us, because we're going to need it. We're going to need the willpower. We're going to need the endurance. We're going to need the perseverance. We're going to need it. Storms are going to come. Take this time to reflect on things that you need to reflect on in your life so you can become better, so you can grow. Stop blaming everybody else for where you are. Stop blaming everybody else when storms come and why you in it. Some of the storms come because of our disobedience, because we had our mouth and hands and things that we shouldn't have had our mouth and things in, because we're doing wrong. Just repent and do better. But hold on, hold your peace in this season, because we're going to need it. I pray that I said something tonight that has encouraged you to just reflect and take a second and look back and be like, you know what? I gotta take my stuff back. What used to be a song, I'm taking it back, I'm taking it back, I'm taking it back. Now, let this be your taking it back now moment. Let this be the time you sit back and say, you know what, I'm tired of playing small. I'm tired of allowing the devil to use me like I'm a playground. I'm tired of responding wrong. I'm tired of losing not passing the test and losing my fights because I'm trying to do it in my own will. Let this be the time that you give it over and you surrender everything, all your being, your limbs to the Lord, so he can direct your path. Let this be the time that your faith increase in him, so that you can get clarity into what he wants you to do. Let this be the time. Let this be the time. Thank you for joining me for Wisdom Wednesday. I pray that you have a great rest of the week. Make sure to stay cool, because the weather is kind of hot where I am. I do have some events, an event for women's only that is coming up in November that you can begin to register for. It is actually on my, and I'm gonna try to drop that link in the comments, but it is actually on all of my business pages, and it's on my personal page as well. But I will drop the link in the comments. So any woman that is able to join for round 5, please do so. Please do so. There'll be more information and more things I speak about as regards to round 5. Those of you who have already bought tickets, thank you so much. Those of you who have bought tickets in the past, please know you will be getting information in your emails. And I hope that you will be in attendance for this particular event. Additionally, there's something else that the Lord had been pressed upon my heart. I began planning for it, but I was at a standstill in the midst of these last 2 months, and especially this week, because I was going to wait to even launch it. These last few days, even especially heavy yesterday, he began to show me the reason why he needed me to launch this particular thing. And so I will be doing that in the days to come. But just stay tuned. Follow me on my social media. You can follow me on YouTube at Renovating Lives. You can also follow me on my personal page, which is Dr. L. Smith Perkins. You can actually also follow me on my Renovating Lives Facebook page, my Purpose Pusher Facebook page, Purpose Pusher Coach Facebook page, or my Reestablishing You Facebook page. But again, thank you for joining me. Thank you as always for your support. Additionally, for those of you that there's a lot of people that have been reaching out that may be going through some things that it seems to be hard to overcome, some situations. There may have been trauma that you faced when you were younger. There may be some things you're trying to navigate in life now. There may be some things in your past that has caused you to be at a standstill. I am also an author. I do have my latest book that is out that is called Be Unique, Overcoming the Odds. You can get that particular book on Amazon. And I will also, I got to remember to drop that link in the comments. But thank you so much, as always, for your support. If you need a life coach, I'm a certified life coach and a mentor, amongst other things. If you go on those pages, you'll see a link where you can reach out for a consultation of services, as well as you can go to my website at www.renovatinglivesinc, which is renovatinglivesinc.com. And then you can go and schedule a consultation. Thank you again for your support. Thank you again for tuning in to Wisdom Wednesday. And I will see you next time. Until then, be encouraged.